From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Wednesday, July 16th. We're starting out really hot and humid again today in the mid-70s. Gonna get up to some higher temps. We do have some showers and storm possibilities out there this morning. Just kind of one of those rinse and repeat days, though, where the warm weather could mean chances for storms. Caitlin Clark may be hurt again, and her potential injury could impact all of the WNBA All-Star weekend here in Indianapolis.
Looks like she's in pain after that pass.
Late in last night's game against the Connecticut Sun, Clark grabbed the inside of her right leg and headed to the bench. She was visibly upset. She eventually then sat down and put a towel over her head, hiding her face. The potential injury overshadows the Fever's 85-77 win over the Sun at TD Garden in Boston, and it could be the latest setback in what's been a tough season for one of the league's most popular, arguably the most popular player. Clark came into the season on a remarkable run of health. She had never missed a college game and played every game as a Fever rookie. This season, she has missed 9 of 22 regular season games. She sat out 5 games in May and early June with a quad strain. Then she missed 2 weeks worth of games from late June to early this month with a groin problem. The Fever are not giving any specifics about what happened.
No, just felt a little something in her groin, so we'll get it evaluated and see what happens from there. Yeah, if that's the one she was grabbing at, I don't know which one it was, but yeah, I mean, that's it.
The Fever play tonight in New York. No word yet if Clark will play. Clark's injury also means her role in the WNBA All-Star weekend here in Indianapolis could be up in the air. Clark led the league in All-Star fan votes, making her a captain of one of the teams in Saturday's game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Yesterday, the league announced Clark is set to be a part of its first All-Star three-point shootout on Friday, and neither the Fever nor the WNBA have made any new announcements about Clark competing this weekend. The Westfield Fire Department says it will start charging assisted living facilities for non-emergency 911 calls. As News 8's Kat Sandoval tells us, the fire chief says it's because of unnecessary calls.
Westfield's fire chief says 25% of all 911 calls come from assisted care facilities. And of those calls, a third are non-emergencies. He says it's tying up the first responders from dealing with real emergencies. Some of the non-emergency calls the Westfield EMS deal with include lifting a patient or transporting patients to scheduled non-life-threatening doctor's appointments.
Those aren't necessarily true emergencies, and there are better methods of getting someone transferred to those doctor's appointments than calling 911.
And that's why the city of Westfield approved the new ordinance that would charge living facilities $500 for its first offense, another $500 for its second offense, and $1,000 if they call again for a non-emergency situation. The fines will be directed to the living facilities themselves and not the patient.
We're not making money off of this. That's not what it is intended to do. It's intended to put the facility on notice that, hey, you're really not using 911 services the way that they're meant. You need to change the way that you're doing business.
Chief Gaylor says there are various services available, like private ambulances that specializes in non-emergencies. The city currently has only 3 transporting medic units. Last year, during peak times, the fire department saw 1,700 overlapping calls, and they're seeing an increase of non-emergency calls this year. Those non-emergency calls can lead to longer response time for those who are truly in an emergency situation.
We can't turn the call down. So we don't get to pick and choose and prioritize this run over that run. And so it's tying up a lot of our resources.
The new ordinance won't begin until October. For now, over the next few weeks, the fire department will work with residential care facilities to educate them on proper emergency protocols. The fire chief wants to make one thing clear. Each call is still very important. They just want to prevent unnecessary, non-emergency ones.
At the end of the day, When the bells go off, like you've heard, the men and women in the organization are going to hop on the trucks and provide service regardless of where it's at and who it's for.
I reached out to multiple assisted living facilities in the Westfield area, and I haven't heard back. I'm Kat Sandoval for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
A new deadly shooting in Indianapolis has police again searching for answers. It happened late yesterday afternoon near 34th and Post Road on the east side of the city. Investigators say they found the victim wounded in a car and he died there. They have not released his name or a theory about who shot him. They are asking anyone with tips or information to call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. A safe haven for survivors of domestic violence is getting ready to host a fundraiser. News 8's Brittany Noble went to Coburn Place to see the need and tells us there's a way for people to help the mission this weekend.
Coburn Place hopes to raise $50,000 to support children who live there. This is one of the few places that Hoosiers can turn to during unimaginable trauma. It offers on-site transitional housing, breaking barriers and helping survivors rebuild. On tomorrow, stop by for a glass of lemonade. The kids run the stands themselves, creating teams, designing logos and selling outside the building. The money they earn helps them buy shoes and clothes for back to school. Organizers say the kids are at the heart of their mission because children are the ones who will likely break the cycle of domestic violence in their families.
It's about making sure that kids have what they need to feel confident and ready for the school year. When kids move to Coburn Place, a lot of times they don't have shoes that fit, clothes. They've left with whatever they could carry, and they're growing. And so the lemonade stand is all about making sure that kids have what they need to feel confident and cool as they walk into that first day of school.
Adults, mark your calendars for the Spiked Lemonade Stand on Friday at the 8th Day Distillery in the Factory Arts District. Coburn Place receives 20% of the bar sales for this event. Also expect specialty cocktails and mocktails, light bites, and even a jewelry sale. If you cannot attend the event this week, but you still want to help financially, you can go to our website to find out how you can donate and have a virtual cup of lemonade. The details are on our website, WishTV.com. I'm Brittany Noble for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
President Trump is one vote closer to canceling $9 billion in spending that Congress had previously approved. The Senate narrowly passed the measure on a procedural vote last night, and a final vote in the chamber could happen as soon as today. The bill would then go back to the House for another vote before going to the president's desk ahead of a Friday deadline. Trump is looking to claw back funding in several areas, including public broadcasting and some foreign aid programs. The president also says he's urging Texas Republicans to redraw the state's congressional maps to create more House seats for the GOP. The directive signals part of a strategy to help Republicans avoid a repeat of Trump's first term, where Democrats won control of the House 2 years into his presidency. The Texas legislature is set to begin a special session next week where it will consider new congressional maps. The district maps are typically only changed after the census is taken each decade. Let's go to Jane King now with your business headline. She starts with the Federal Reserve.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed that the search is underway to replace Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Now, Bloomberg reports that Bessent suggested that the Fed chair should step down from the central bank's board when the term is up in May of next year. President Trump and some supporters have been frustrated that Jerome Powell has been slow to cut interest rates. Well, President Trump says tariffs on pharmaceuticals will likely come August 1st. Bloomberg reports that Trump told reporters that pharmaceutical tariffs would start low and then increase, and eventually they could get as high as 200%. That would hurt companies like Eli Lilly. Now, many U.S. drug companies make the pharmaceuticals in Ireland where it's cheaper. And for the month of June, the median price of a premium cup of coffee, cold brew, beer, and a burger have all crept up. A couple menu items have gone down slightly in price. Burritos and wings, eggs fell again last month, but housing continues to be stubbornly high. And Spirit Halloween is hiring 50,000 retail associates for the 2025 season. Spirit plans to open 1,500 locations, and most of these will open next month. All associates also receive a 30% discount on Spirit Halloween purchases. Well, stocks mostly lower yesterday. Inflation ticked up. Banks lost some ground in this morning. were quiet and slightly lower. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.
Back to basketball, the city's starting lineup of events for the WNBA All-Star Game gives basketball fans a chance to explore Indy's rich hoops history. News 8's Raina Revel shows us how the city is turning All-Star Weekend into a basketball lover's dream.
Indy does basketball better than anywhere else, and so to come down, shoot a hoop on Monument Circle, you can't do that every day. The kids dribbling down from the American Legion Mall, seeing that I think will be fantastic, and then just celebrating how great our downtown is for these major events.
Whether you're here for the game, the glam, or the grassroots, there's no shortage of ways to get in on the WNBA action. Indianapolis has created a full lineup for fans to experience basketball beyond the arena.
The host committee is providing a lot of fun for fans. You can come downtown. There's photo ops. We're going to have DJs playing in all the hotspot locations, as well as local performers.
There will also be the Hoops and Highlights Trail, a self-guided tour celebrating Indy's legacy as the basketball capital of the nation. Stops include iconic photo ops, women-led panel discussions, and even a sneaker art showcase.
We have a wonderful women's fan base here for basketball, but people are coming from all over the world to see the best stars in the WNBA play here. We want them to be sure that they can pick up a basketball and shoot some baskets themselves, so they can come to the plaza here by the field house, or they can come to Monument Circle and take a shot and become an all-star themselves.
From local artists capturing the power of the women's game to small businesses hosting fan pop-ups and giveaways, All-Star Weekend is also a boost for tourism and community pride.
Well, you have to go to the convention center to go to WNBA Live. There's going to be great fan experiences there, both on Friday and Saturday, all day. And then also, I think a don't miss is the Fever Fest, which is happening out at Everwise. It's going to be a mix of comedy and music entertainment, and that's on Saturday late afternoon.
There's multiple organizations behind the scenes making sure this weekend is one to remember.
We have about 1,500 volunteers that are going to be actually working all around downtown, making the fan experience really seamless and really fun. So thank a volunteer if you see them, and I think that's really the only way that we can make these events run. So we're really lucky that we have enough people that want to volunteer their time.
I'm Raina Revel for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
IU alum Kyle Schwarber is the toast of baseball this morning. He's the All-Star MVP, even though he went 0 for 2 during last night's game. His heroics came after the last inning. For the first time ever, the Midsummer Classic broke a tie with a swing-off, a mini home run derby of sorts featuring 6 players. Schwarber essentially won it all on his own, clouding 3 home runs on the 3 swings to launch the National League to a 4-3 swing-off victory.
You call this humidity? Feel like we're in Southern California. It's probably hotter in California than it is here. Well, yesterday wasn't hot either. Oh, y'all got it good. Cleaned my garage out and lost 5 pounds. That's what you call conditioning right there.
From weighing in on the weather to whacking players with pugil sticks, Colts great Reggie Wayne appears to be having fun at training camp. The team posted a video of the Ring of Honor receiver turned assistant coach titled Training Camp Reggie. It's a lot of fun. You can watch it on WishTV.com. Wayne has always made headlines at training camp as a player. He arrived in strange ways: a dump truck, a helicopter, and an Indy car. More than that, too. Colts' first open practice is officially 1 week from today. Noblesville is our next stop on our Wish You Were Here tour. Come out, meet our team tomorrow at the Hamilton County 4-H Fairgrounds for the first day of the fair. It is part of our summer-long tour of communities across central Indiana. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordeau. Watch us on Wish TV and WishTV.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at WishTV.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.